Yeah. Oh yeah. If y'all want to see everything, either watch the VOD or wait for the highlight video. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally the long-awaited day, the release of D-BT06. This was like, what, I'm trying to remember the set name. It's like Flame Phoenix Reborn or something along those lines. But this set has been, I've been super hyped for it. I've been really waiting for this one. It feels like one of the most quality sets ever since D-BT04. It's going to bring in a lot of new stuff to the game. It's a great new starting point for new players. And with all those factors combined, it's just a super hot set to the point that I actually ordered an entire case, because also the reprints are really good, where every single box comes with an over trigger of one of the 5, and you get one of each perfect guards in reprint as well. So looking around the box, you can see the box design is really nice this time around. It's like this beautiful flame crimson cherry red. We have, of course, the pack specifics on the side. So 16 packs per box. You have all the 5 main nations. There's 2 DSRs, 15 FFRs, which are full double frame rare, and then you have the frame rares that are 35 each, and it seems like you get about 2 frame rares per box and then about 2 to 4 FFRs per case. So if you're unlucky, you only get 2, and I'm praying that this is a good case. I got this box as well as the entire case from a local card shop here called Shaka Shaka Torika. Please do follow them on Twitter. They have supported me a lot here in Tokyo, so I'd like to also give something back. So please do give them a follow. And there's also 15 types of triple rares, 5 over triggers, 15 doubles, 20 rares, and 50 commons as well. And then here you see some more of the specifics and the barcodes and stuff. And on the back this time, it's actually not the like unit designs, but instead they're going with the anime advertisement, where you can watch it every night on Monday nights, as we have been watching it so far. So in this video, we're going to just crack open one box for you guys for an early showing at what the box ratios look like, and then I will have a case highlights going up later on, as well as a bunch of other cool stuff for the for this new set, and look forward to it. So of course, I'm also gonna be opening a full case. If you want to see the whole thing without just the highlights, you can check out my Twitch channel. There will be an archive of it too, where you can check that out. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Ooh, it is beautiful this time. So we get a separator. Every case comes with a case topper separator, which is like different nations. So this one is Brandgate. So you can see here, it's like pretty sturdy, like nice little cardboard. You can definitely use it as a good separator. And then you have the Brandgate flag, as well as some details about the lore. So it's a nice little case topper, box topper they did this time. Also, Japanese boxes come with these little flaps, which I use as separators, so you can actually peel them off from the side and remove them. And then you can, shops will put this up to like scan this when you want to buy packs, but collectors or like, people that have a lot of cards, we use this as separators in our set collections. So I definitely want to peel a couple of these off. Only really need a couple though, and then we can basically just put this up and frame it up nicely like so. So you can actually put the entire box upright like so. You can actually zoom out a bit, and you can see this is kind of what it looks like on the shelf. So without any further ado, let's get into it. We have 16 packs. Let's see what these ratios are like. The pack art looks fantastic. It looks purely fabulous. You can see the new Nirvana Jiva here up front, together with the new Yu outfit. And then of course the pack specifics we looked at earlier. So the whole thing is like super cherry red. Like my fingertips are like the same color basically. So let's open it up and see what we get in our first box here of the case. I'm really excited. We have the new Reno, of course. This is the new ride line for Nirvana. When you ride over her, she calls a Trick Star from your deck, and then she's gets plus 5k if you have a Prayer Dragon, which is a new race that you'll see here of certain cards, which is the new archetype. And here we have a Prayer Dragon. So this guy says when attacks the Vanguard, if your opponent doesn't have any, for each rearguard circle that's empty on your opponent's side of the field, this unit gets plus 2k for that battle. So it's a grade 3. Could function as Eugene support actually, but it is a Prayer Dragon. Then we have Groot. Oh my god. This guy says if you have 5 or more units when you guard with him, he gets plus 5k shield. Thank you, Groot. Then we have our first rare, which is the Youthberg Order. So this is a grade 1. You can almost want to play it, and then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then from among them you find a Revolve form, reveal it out to your hand, and you can find a grade 2 or lower from among them and call it to your rear, and then shuffle your deck. So you either find yourself a Revolve form to chain into with the will+dress ability, which if you don't know what that does, you can check out my trial deck opening that I did earlier. And then aside from that, you also get to call something if you with the search, which is pretty cool. And we have our first triple rare of the box, which is the Hero Boss Unite Dianos. So this guy is the brand new ride line for heroes, which I'm personally, or for Brandgate, which is called Galactic Heroes in Japanese. So I'm really excited for it because it's a pretty cool ride line. It's simple, it's not super flashy, but it is strong. Like, it has 4 attacks, it has removal, it has pretty strong power lines as well. And so he basically gives plus 5k to all of your hero rearguards in the front row. And then when he attacks, if you have a base in the order zone, which is the gimmick of this deck, then you can almost win. He gets plus 15k for that battle. And if you have 3 or more of them in the order zone, he also gets a crit. So he doesn't do too much by himself, but he does a lot together with the rest of the support. And then we have 2 triggers, and we actually have the first Fruit Fella for the first time in God knows how long. Like, it has been ages since we've had a Fruit Fella in Vanguard. This is the Rizumika Kiwi. So finally, welcome back Fruit Fellas to Stoicheia. Welcome to Overdress. I'm pretty sure this might be the first Fruit Fella of the D series. I'm always happy to see Fruit Fellas. They are definitely welcome in my books. So very nice to see. Definitely exciting. All right, but let's move on. We have Ryu. Oh my god, this art is insane. This art goes super hard. This one, when you ride Nirvana Jiva over her, she looks at top 7 to find a Prayer Dragon, add it to your hand, and then shuffles the deck. And she also gets 5 plus 5k if you have a Prayer Dragon in her column. But man, she's only a common. And because they removed hollows from this set, which I'm personally not too happy about, not gonna lie, we can't even bling her out unless you go to like tournaments and stuff. So we have the starter for Brandgate. We have the first PG reprint. This is the Stoicheia one. So this is what the new Stoicheia PG looks like. This is what the rare pattern looks like, by the way. It's pretty, like, it's kind of hard to even spot the pattern. The triple rare pattern looks really nice, but it's kind of hard to see on our hero man here. It is kind of like the set 2 one in Japanese. This is a good one. Hey, and we have a second triple rare, a very good one, Garo Verurina. So Garo Verurina is arguably not the greatest Verina form of the set for sure, but it is a good card nonetheless. You cross Overdress, which is to put 2 cards together as an Overdress. So you put a Trickstar and a Prayer Dragon under as his original dresses and Overdress into him. And when he's in the X Overdress state, then he gets plus 10k power. And when he attacks for that battle, when your opponent would guard from hand, they have to guard with 2 or more cards at the same time. So when you points on 5, it's a really, really good card. And you can really see the foil pattern pretty well here with Garo Verurina. It's really nice. I really like the triple red pattern this time around. It's very fitting for this set. And then we have the new heal. Oh my god, look at this new heal for Dragon Empire. It's a shame it doesn't come in foil, but you know, they basically printed new triggers for every nation, which I'm personally very thankful about because it was pretty hard to get some of these. So it's definitely a good thing. New Stoicheia order, Karamas went to play, you draw 1, and then you look at the top card of your deck and put it on top or discard it. So pretty good, pretty good. This is a nice new card too for Youthberg. When you discard this card from your hand during your turn, you can Karamas 1 to call it to rear as rest. And then when it's placed on rearguard circle, you can Soul Blast 1 to give you Vanguard plus 5k for the turn. So it's honestly a good card. It's an 8k base too. It's like you can either play the grade 1 from the previous set, which was like Soul Blast 1 when discarded to call it. And then if it's standing in the back row, rear can intercept in the back row. But it's only 5k power. So either play this one or that one, I think. But they're both pretty good. I'm going to test both of them. This is also a pretty good card. When your Vanguard attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less rears, you can put it to Soul to give you Vanguard plus 10k. It's actually a very generic card. Good for Eugene too. This is the Brandgate Perfect Guard. So I actually really like this one. I think I prefer it even over the original one. So really, really sick. Planet Wall Dragon. What a cool name as well. This is a really good common, a good rare for Leonorn, which is actually the most expensive triple rare of the set, surprisingly. So during your turn, if you have 3 or more grade 1 or lower rear guards, then she gets plus 5k for nothing, for no cost, which is really, really good. Then we have a draw and a crit. So the new triggers are definitely super welcome. It's nice that they also printed them in the actual trial decks. We have Dragon Egg, so every pack we just have one of the ride line. New Hexorb support, new Greedon support. It's actually a pretty good card. When it's boosted, when it's not boosted and it attacks, if your Vanguard is Greedon, you can choose 4 normal units from your drop that are Desire Devils, and then choose 1 or more and put it back to the deck and shuffle. And then if you put 4 back, he gets plus 10k, so it prevents you from decking out, which is really nice. This is Garon Daito. So this is the one of the really good prayer dragons. So when you, he gives the thing on top of itself, so kind of like, you know, Xyz material, plus 5k power during the turn you cross Overdress. And if that thing is a Garo Verurina, so himself, then he gets another plus 5k. So it's a good card. And we have one of my favorite arts in this set, the double rare for Stoicheia, Amalie. So her effect isn't as great. It's a bit expensive for what it does. When you boost with her, if you have another grade 1 or lower rear guard. Then for that battle, she gets plus 2k. And then if your Vanguard is grade 3 or if she's boosting grade 3 or greater Vanguard, you can count +1, soul +1 to draw a card. Like, count +1 and soul +1 is a bit expensive for what it is, so I feel like it's a bit overcosted. So that's a bit unfortunate, honestly. And then we have a new draw and a new crit for Stoichea. It looks very Aqua Forcey, which I think a lot of people are quite big fans of. So let's keep on going. I'm really taking this first block slowly. I want to enjoy it. New set, new hype, and all that stuff. This is the grade 2 of the hero ride line. So in Vanguard Circle, you choose a hero from your hand and put it into your, or you scout it, which is to put it into your order. And then you draw 1. And then once per turn rearguard circle, during your battle phase, when this unit moves to another rearguard circle, it gets plus 5k. So basically, he's moved by the triple rare grade 1. Then we have the defensive Hex Orb support. Very cute art, by the way. Really like that one. New Bruce support, when placed on from soul on rearguard circle, if you're in final rush, and if you, for every 2 cards in your damage zone, you soul charge 2. So if you need some emergency souls, pretty good. We get a Leonorn. This is a big win. As many Leonorns as we get, I'll be very happy. A lot of my friends want to build Leonorn too, so if I can get spares to help them out, that's also good. This is where the triple rare pattern really shines, in my opinion. Like, I think it looks really nice on Leonorn. So her effect is once per turn, count +1 to draw 1, and then choose a card from hand and either call it or discard it. So she does plus, but she doesn't let you keep the card in hand, because otherwise you could discard it for her second cost, which is when she attacks, all +1, discard 1, and then choose all of your standing boost ability possessing back row regards, and they all boost her at the same time. And if she's boosted by 3 or more cards at the same time, for that battle she gets a drive, and at the end of the battle you stand 2 of your back row regards. So she's really good, very good triple. And we have a frame rare, which is the special rarity of this set. So this is the order we talked about earlier, and this is what frame rares look like. Let me get the rare version of it out for you real quick. So this is an immediate comparison. The frame rare looks insane. So it's like, it's borderless in that sense. So you can see, like, there's no text box. It doesn't have a like SP processing or anything. It is a double rare in foil, but these borders change depending on the nation, which is really sick. So the Keter one looks super good, especially for an order like this. So that's good. We get about 2 of these per box, which is really nice. Then we have another 2 triggers. This is basically Yu as a Keter draw, and then this is a pretty funky looking alien crit for Brancate. Wow, I'm just having a blast opening this box. Like, I literally couldn't fall asleep until 2 AM yesterday because I was looking forward to opening this so much. So starting to see some doubles here in terms of cards we already opened. This is the new prison support. When she attacks the Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 3, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent cannot call cards from the prison. But when this unit is retired from rear or guardian circle, your opponent chooses 2 cards from your prison and calls them to rearguard circle or adds them to hand. So they can still add them to hand even if you don't let them like free stuff from the prison. And we have Mr. Julian. So this is the triple rare support for Bruce, a really good card at that. Basically revives grade 3 Bruce and makes it even better than grade 4 Bruce in my opinion. So once per turn rearguard circle, when this unit attacks the Vanguard, count +1, and for every card in your damage zone, this unit gets plus 2k power. If you have a Bruce named Vanguard, for every 2 cards in your damage zone, you soul charge 1 and then choose a card from your soul and call that many for the amount of cards soul charged by this ability to an empty rearguard circle. So this card is just amazing because it basically just allows you to play on turn 3 without being in final rush, which is so good. So that might be our last triple. I think normally we get 4. So really good box, honestly. Like, the hero grade 3 is pretty cheap, but I'm personally like really excited to play it. So for me, it is a win. For me, that is definitely a win. This guy's really cool art, actually. Dark State's not actually Brancate. When he attacks, count +1, and then choose a card from soul, put it to drop, and for that battle, this unit gains the power of that unit's shield. Cool card. This Happy Dreaming Festa is an insane order for Leonorn, and it's only a common. So if you have a Leonorn Vanguard, you count +1 to play it. Look at top 7 of your deck and choose 2 grade 1 or lower cards and call them to rearguard circles, then shuffle your deck. Like, what? Count +1 for this plus? And it's just a common, not even a double rare. Like, I was so shook when I saw that. Her art is amazing. Rearguard and Guardian Circle. If you have a rearguard with original dresses, this unit gets plus 2k power, plus 5k shield. Really love her art. Really love her art. Then we have the Furide. If you have a Youth Vanguard, this unit gets plus 5k shield, so 10k shield grade 2. Don't think she's that great, unfortunately, but she's okay. We have the Dark States PG. I think the original one does look better than this one, personally. Then we have a really cool front for Brancate, as well as a new heel for Dark States, which looks like a VTuber, not gonna lie. I think that kind of the vibe I'm getting from this one. So let's keep on cracking. We have the grade 1 of the hero ride line. So this is when you ride it, you search your deck for the station order, basically, or the base, the hero base order, and add it to your hand. So it's pretty good. We have this guy. I've seen some people play this in Bruce. When this unit is placed from soul to rear, if you have a Bruce Vanguard, for every 2 cards in your damage zone, this unit gets plus 10k. So it's for that turn too. So it's honestly pretty good. I think you might want to play a couple of him just because he's like really, really strong as an attacker. This guy's pretty cool when he boosts. If you have a Leonor Vanguard, your opponent cannot intercept, so it locks that out. Or for support, rearguard circle, if your world is an Abyssal Dark Knight or a Dark Knight, Soul Blast 1, and then its unit's power becomes 15k. So pretty cool way to increase it. Hexorb support. If you have a grade 3 or greater Sorceress Vanguard, you can retire this card to choose a crit or a front trigger from your drop and add it to your hand. So pretty cool. She just sets that up for you. Only one rare in this pack. Oh no, that was a rare. That was a rare, sorry. So we have a front for Keter and a heal for Brancade. Also an alien thing. Looks more like Messiah-like, I feel like. That one. So I'm a pretty big fan of it. Another Rhino. I wouldn't mind more Reus as well. Alright, we see Groot again. Oh, this is the PG for Keter. So as you can see, we really get one of each PG. I really like the new Keter one. This one looks like a Brancade card, so I like that even more, to be honest. We have the grade 2 lady for heroes. So when you call her to rear counter 1 and then choose a unit in her column on your opponent's side of the field or rear guard and you retire it. And then during your turn, if you have a base order, then she gets plus 5k power. So pretty good. And then we have the front and the, oh my god, it's the freaking Fruit Fella. My favorite Fruit Fella in the world. Let me put the cards over here maybe, so you guys can actually see the good pulls thus far a bit better. As we're still waiting for another frame rare or a full frame rare to see what we pull. There's still more pulls, and we haven't really pulled many double rares yet in this box, so definitely waiting for that. Shienna, she's a rare. When you place her from hand on rear, you can choose another rear guard and put it to the soul, and then look at the top card of your deck and call it to rear or soul charge it. So it's a pretty cool card. And we have our confirmed overtrigger per box. It's going to be the Keter one. You get the same amount of overtriggers per case, so for each one, so I mean, I'm happy to get it, happy to see it. The OT, of course, is very important to playing standard and premium. So I'm very happy about the reprint. It's about damn time, and they are going for pretty cheap too. Like, they're going for pretty good prices. This is another Prairie Dragon. When it becomes your original address, you can almost want to give the unit that it's under plus 10k power. Trickstar reprint. I was hoping it'd be a different art, honestly. Like, it's cool that it's reprinted, but I was hoping for like the art that Zaxa drew in the anime or something. Oh, this is Hexorb support. When you place it on rear, if you have a Sorceress Vanguard, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck and then put them in any order on top of your deck and then soul charge 1. So it's pretty good. This is another thingy for the rare, actually, for Dark States. And we have the Hexorb double rare. Really cute art, by the way. She looks like a Xenoblade character. When you place her on rear, if you have a Sorceress grade 3 or greater Vanguard, you can count almost 1 to look at the top 2 of your deck and then choose up to 2 of them and add them to your hand and put the rest on top of your deck in any order. And if you added 2 cards to your hand, you have to choose 1 card from your hand and put it in the bottom of your deck. So she pluses. She actually pluses. Hexorb got a plussing card. And when she attacks, if you Persona Road this turn, she gets plus 5k power. So Hexorb got some cool support. I feel like there is some potential. I feel like I say that every time Hexorb gets support, so I'd like to hold out hope this time around. Also, here are some more triggers. The front trigger looks like Inlet Pulse's like baby brother or something, honestly. God, I'm loving this box. I'm just enjoying going through it nice and slow and really just taking my time. Yes, the famous bench warmer for Bruce. Oh, this is the K-pop pull helper. So it's not K-pop bull, it's K-pop pull with 2 P's, which is pretty cute. When you place it on rear, Soul Blast 1 and then choose a hero from your drop and scout it. So this basically resets the defensive double rare you have. This is the build skill. During your opponent's turn, when this unit's the thing dressing over it is retired from Guardian Circle or Rearguard Circle, you can Soul Blast 2 and then choose this card and call it to an empty Rearguard Circle. So it kind of records itself, which is nice. And then we have the double rare for Dark States, which says when the attack hits a Vanguard, you draw 1, and if you did, you choose a card from hand and put it to Soul. It's actually not that bad. Like, you might be thinking like, oh, ew, it's just like an on-hit. Also, hello, new triggers. I haven't seen the Dark States one yet, but it looks pretty nice. And the new draw for Brancade is also cool. But this card like might seem kind of mid, but honestly, it's like a good hit pressure, grade 2. So I'm actually quite a fan of it. I think there is potential for it. Alright, we still have more good pulls in here. We pulled all our triples pretty quickly, but there's still stuff to go. So I'm excited to see what else we can pull. There's another support for Greedon. A lot of really good support for Greedon on this set, to be honest. When it boosts, if you have no other rear guards, count lost 1, and then choose one of your Greedons in Vanguard Circle and give it a crit for that battle. So It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And oh, my favorite, one of my favorite arts in this whole set. This is the Prayer Dragon order. You can almost discard 1 to play it, and then you choose 2 cards with the crossover dress ability from your drop and add them to your hand. Sadly, this deck uses too much CB, so you don't really have space for her, but maybe in the future. I really hope I can play this card in the future. Really love this art, so I really want to play it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, just out of this world fabulous, so it's great. Then we have the Blitz order with a new Nirvana. You can choose one of your Nirvana units and give it plus 20k power. It's pretty good. It's a strong Blitz order, to be honest. This is the card that Urara uses. So when Reborn Circle, when your unit boosts the Vanguard, for that turn this unit gets plus 2k, so every single time. So when you boost with the 3 units for Leonor, this thing gets plus 6k. It's alright, I don't think it's that great. Here's the base. This is the Hero's base Aegis. So it's basically the main gimmick of the new Hero Rod line. When this is placed in the orders, only look at the top 7 cards of your deck and find up to 3 heroes from among them and reveal them, and then from among them you put 1 to hand and put the rest into the into this order, so you scout them. And then during your turn you can rest this card and discard 1 to choose a card that is 1 grade equal to or lower than your Vanguard, and choose it from basically this order and call it, so it fills up the board for a discard 1. And otherwise you can wait for your opponent's turn when your unit is attacked to Soul Blast 1 and rest this card to choose a card that is scouted and call it to Guardian Circle. So it works both ways and it's really, really good. Then we have the rare order for Stoicheia. This is a normal order. Basically allows you to swap your rear guards around in any order, like left to right as well. So it's a pretty good card. We have the Shrimp PG. I saw a pretty funny Photoshop from Team Afro. It's pretty funny. Good job on that one. And then we have a new draw. Oh my god, it's like a Gear Chronicle draw for Dark States. Yo, actual Gear Chronicle draw trigger. That's so sick. And then we have the new crit for Dragon Empire. Everything but the crit for Dragon Empire is actually a Blade Maiden, which is pretty cool, especially considering the new promo that's coming out. We have this Keter guy who gets power even though he looks like he's defending. I remember that was an interesting reveal. Oh, finally we have Brahmada. So this is the double rare for Prayer Dragons. So when this card becomes an original dress, you can count +1 to draw 2 and then discard 1. So really good card because of course it's basically the arcs of the crossover dress deck, which is very good. And we have we have another triple. It's a 5 triple box. These are rare. 5 triple box, guys. Let's go. Oh, nice. We have Schneisel, the Searcher for Youthberg. So when you place him on rear, you count +1, and then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck and find a Youthberg grade 3 from among them, reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck, and then he gets +5k. Sadly, if you whip the search, he does not refund the counterblast like Burning Horn, which is really unfortunate. And then when this unit attacks the Vanguard, if during this turn you rode a grade 3 Vanguard by an ability, then... Oh, sorry. If you rode a grade 3 Vanguard this turn from a grade 3, then you choose your Vanguard, give it +5k. So basically powers up your Revolt dresses, so it's pretty cool. Cool, we actually have a 5, so you can actually get boxes that are either 5 triples or 4 triples. So we actually high rolled there. And we still have a potential, this should be a frame rare in the last pack. So let's open it and see what we get. So we have our common, another AU, I'll always be happy about those. And we have the Orifice double rare, the Nuvorea, very good card. When it attacks for every world card in your order zone, gets +2k, so it gets pretty damn swole. And when it's retired from Rearguard Circle, not just by an ability, by the way, and not just during your turn. When retired from Rearguard Circle, if your world is the Abyssal Dark Knight, you make a Shadow Army token and call it to rear. So if your opponent attacks into it, you just like make a Shadow Army token in your back row. Like this card is nuts. It's super good. And the final card is, oh, we have the frame rare of the crossover dress order. So I personally prefer the art without the frame, but it's still a card I want to collect just because I really love the art, and seeing it in foil is super nice. You can see all like the beautiful colors of the art too. So, and the little thing that's a little Reno in the front. That's really cute. You don't actually see that well in the normal art because it's blocking by the text box here. So cool. So let me break down the ratios of this box. So the pulls we had are as promised, one of each of the Overtrigger, not Overtrigger, the PG reprints, and then 1 Overtrigger per box. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double rares in a box, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triples, which is really good, and then the 2 frame rares that obviously have different patterns depending on the nation, and they look super sick. So really good box to start off, and I'm very, very excited to see where things will go going forward, because honestly this is a great way to start the new set. So if you're curious about the case pulls, make sure you tune into my Twitch channel or check out the VOD if you want to see the full thing, or wait for the highlights video to go up on this main channel as well. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. But otherwise, that's gonna be it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.